shop once again. I forgot my camera, so I am shooting with my iPhone currently. Sorry about the quality. Before putting the motor back in and getting fresh paint and whatnot, I wanted to make sure that it was going to be what I wanted, going through the effort to paint the hood and everything, make it how I want. I didn't want to do another D-Max style. So here it is. So the E36 is getting a V-mount. Have to get a new hood because this cutout from the D-Max would put the back of the line basically even with the front of the strut towers, which would be at about spark plug number 2, too far back. So this is going to be the start of the new project. Shouldn't take long. And now I have to unfortunately whack up this old Vibrant intercooler. It's the little guy. I've had it laying around for years and pretty much decided to use it because it was laying around. I think these are good for up to like 350. My car does have a little more than that. So I'm just trying to make a nice efficient system with the piping being as short as possible, as straight as possible, minimal bends, and it will be getting some pretty direct air straight through the kidney grills. Bam, come up somewhere around here and shoot out of there. So before you go and just start cutting away at stuff, it is recommended to stuff a rag in there to help keep as much chips out as you can. This is still going to see a lot more chips and grinding and welding, so it's not that necessary here. It's going to get a nice flush with the hose, a very thorough cleaning once the welding is done, and the whole rest of the grinding and all that jazz. But every little bit helps because it would suck to get a chip of aluminum sucked through the motor and this thing sit down for a few more years. I'm sorry. So here's the gist of it. Obviously nothing is, the hinges aren't attached. It's just kind of sitting on here. Nothing is aligned. There's still some of the end tank hitting some of the structure in there. So this, gap won't exist, but we do have clearance on the inside. You can't really tell, but it does clear. So I'll be getting air directly through the kidneys. I want to make some sheet metal that will connect from the inside and kind of swoop the air with a gradual curve right up to the intercooler. So all of that is being driven straight up and out and being completely separate from the radiator. I have measured up the new mounts. I'm just going to use the old mounts that I had. These actually mounted to these factory positions in the frame rails, And this is a Chevy 350 radiator from, I believe, Jegs or Summit, one of those. And it's just their brand. It was like $180 like 6 or 7 years ago. I have never had a problem with it overheating. I ran the fan. It was just a junkyard fan. And that was ran on the front of the radiator, which is typically frowned upon. It gets better cooling through the back, mounting the fan to the back, and I had never had any issues with this overheating, so I'm gonna stick to this radiator. It is a little beat up, but it'll do the trick. Like I said, the mounting points will be fabricated within the next day or so. And then I'll start to getting this sheet metal going. Do have a new hood that I'll have to pick up, and that will look a little something like this. Chop it out, run some sheet metal or something up so the air will go straight in and out of the intercooler. And it's a little update for now. Again, sorry about the quality. My camera equipment is at home. I am filming on my iPhone. But that's a little update of what's been going on with the car for today. I do have the paint for the exterior and the engine bay picked out. I will post a little sneak peek here somewhere. Yeah, so the bay will be painted this weekend. The motor will be going in next week. I have to weld on the return line bung to the oil pan, and here is the new baby. Side note, Zach took my old Works and mounted them up. I love these things. They are 17 by 10 plus something high, like 30, 35 or so. Maybe not 35, probably like 25. He's got some meat on them. They are a little small for a Z, but he threw some meat on them just to drive around. Looks like he's got some 285s on it. These wheels are for sale. I will post them on Instagram at Nerptech, Nerptech, and yeah, that's that.